Hi guys, and welcome to another repair from Tech Repair Base. My name's Mark, and today we're going to be doing the Google Pixel 3a. This is another one I've not got on the YouTube channel, as we are new and we are growing the videos we have for repairs. So let's get stuck in. It's just a replacement screen that we're going to be doing, and on these I do believe we don't do many of those, I will say. So we're going to start at 200 Fahrenheit with the heat, not too much heat. We're going to work our way around the frame, just keeping an eye, touching it every so often. I'll probably check it too much, but I really don't want to burn or damage anything internally on this device. So the ribbon on this device does connect around here, so I will come in, look, and it's gone straight through. So you have to be careful of the connector. So I'll do the other side. At one point, I'm not going to lie, we went through a stage where, as a repair shop, we didn't take many of these in on purpose. We didn't find the quality was too great, and we were struggling to get stock for them. But as Google are producing these a lot more, and they're becoming a lot more common than they were, we'll just take that out. We found the quality of screens a lot better than they were, so we started taking more devices in because we can give a decent warranty on these. There you go, that's off. All we're going to do now is come behind and remove the little black tape that these have decided to put on this. And I'm unprepared. I don't seem to. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, I do. I do have the correct screwdriver sat here. So as you can see, it is two screws. It is the T4 on this. That should just come up. And we'll pop the screen off. And there you are, that's the screen off and removed. So now with that, as you saw, the little plastic frame here has come off with it. And that just sits over the selfie camera there. We'll remove that for now, just to make it easy while we clean the frame and take the remaining glass off. Now I'm not going to attempt to use any more heat on this. I'm literally going to use just a flat screwdriver and see if we can just pry this bit off, purely because I don't want to damage any of this plastic frame. The bezel on this, if you get too much heat, will warp, and you're not going to give a like for like appearance on the display, on the device, which isn't very good. Now, as you see, this is it does look a lot easier than some screen repairs you'll see. But it's all about getting that correct heat, and also making sure that you glue the screen down correctly as well. Making sure you remove all the old glue, giving it a good clean. Now you may want to wear gloves for this. I don't. For the excess glass, a couple of my colleagues do, as to not get any glass in the fingers and thumbs, and get glass in places I don't want to get them. So right, now we've got all the glass off, I'll just tap that just to make sure. I'll just double check. And now I'm going to go around the frame and just make sure I get off all the glue, and then I'm going to give it a good clean to ensure that we get as much purchase on the new screen and new glue as we possibly can, and that there's no debris anywhere. Now it is important, I can't emphasize this enough, to make sure that you clean this properly. We've come across over the years devices that have come to us that have been elsewhere, and the glue hasn't been cleaned off fully and the screen's lifted, and then it's got cracked, and then they've not warranted it, and they've said, well, no, it's your fault, you've cracked it. But let's be fair, if you've not glued it down properly in the first place, it's going to be prone to damage because it's not going to be sat properly. And when you're on a repair like this, that isn't the cheapest of repairs, do you know what I mean? You're looking at over £100 for this repair, or in excess of £100 for a decent screen. You want a proper job. And also muck and dirt and that getting into a device can cause issues with touch on connectors and selfie camera there. You know, if you don't take it all off, they go to take selfies with their friends or all the rest of it. They don't want blur spots or dark spots on it, do they? Anyway, right, let's get this cleaned. I'll took the main bit out. All I'm going to use to clean it is some cotton buds, some basic cheap cotton buds, and some IPA, some isopropyl, 99.9% alcohol. It's not going to damage the device, but it is going to clean up all the muck and dirt. As you can see, it'll take it all off. So I check, double check, triple check when I do these, because these are inexpensive. The IPA is not expensive. The isopropyl isn't expensive. So there's no need to be tight on the amount you use or any time. At the end of the day, they're paying for that in with the repair. So give a proper job, and even if you're doing it for yourself, trust me, you don't be proud of doing yourself a repair, then the screen falls out a couple of days later and damages. Because the supplier isn't going to give you a new screen just because you've damaged it because it wasn't in right. You want the proximity to work, so you've got to make sure that's clean, which is around here. Now, if you do get my bald head in this video, I do apologise. I will check before I post it out. But I do want to get in and be able to see this myself. This is a customer's device. They have allowed us to film this device for our channel. Let's get a few more. So I have to make sure I do a thorough job anyway. if you're doing this and don't need to, I will post a partition in this as to what part to skip to. See the display being installed. As you see, I'm going through a lot of these. I want to take a bit of dirt off. I don't want to put it back on. Once you're happy that it's all off, which I'm nearly there, but I'm still getting a bit. Look. Not a very popular phone, the Google Pixels. I think you know why. Drop a comment in the description below, and yeah, if you know why, drop a comment below. I don't use them. I've never owned one. I've had Huawei, Samsung, iPhone, and I do tend to change my phone regular. Never owned a Google Pixel. Never appealed to me. The XLs and that I used to repair a fair bit, but we had problems getting screens, and Google weren't very helpful when there were customers had issues and sending them back, and we'd have to help them out because they wouldn't. So right, I've got that off. I am going to double check it. Anti-static brush, just double check that we've got any excess bits out. Just a handheld blower. Don't want it too powerful. So there we go. Let's connect the screen up. Now this device was dead and no display. Well, there you go, we have a display. So I'll remove it from the screen just in case it has customer's data on, a picture or something like that. Okay, so I've powered it down. We'll remove it. Take this bit of blue off the back, a little bit of tape. So now what we're going to do is just place this back in. Little camera bracket. Bit of a random thing this. Well, there we go. Oh. I am just going to get a cotton bud and just double check that camera, just make sure that I have cleaned that camera again. Dry it off. Oh, let's come out. There's a little bit of glue underneath, but it doesn't, yeah. We'll put a bit of glue under that. A little bit of tape. Just hold it in. This is a little bit of the double-sided tape. I keep calling it 3mm. Might be a proper name, but it's just the red tape to us. Right, that's in situ. Again, I am just going to double check now again for the third time just to make sure I have not got a fingerprint on that. There we go. Just make sure that's side position. So now what you want to do is get your new screen and fasten it in. So there's plastic spudges to make sure it's all connected all the way. the metal bracket that sits over the top to ensure that it can't move. Your T4 screwdriver to install two T4 screws that are holding it down. And then that black tape, that's subjective. You can either put it back or not. We don't always do it. It depends how well it comes off. This has actually come off quite well, to be fair. So you may not. It should. Oh no, there we go. As I say that, oh it has. There we go. A bit tricky installing that back. Just over the top. So now all we're going to do is get our B7000 glue, install a small bead all the way around the outer edge of this bezel. So we're going to hold the screen up, we're just going to go round the bezel now. Just be careful around these bits. So all the way around. On the top, just be careful of the speaker and the proximity sensor. And then round the bottom, you probably can't see what I'm doing there, I do apologise. There we go. So now we have the glue, the B7000 glue. Wonderful stuff. If you've never met it, go out and buy it. eBay, Amazon, wherever you want. In fact, there was a bit of a shortage on it at one bit. Struggling to get it, the price went up. Wonderful stuff, absolutely perfect. Holds these screens down forever and a day. In fact, we don't get customers coming back. I could probably count on one hand in 6 years of using that actual glue itself of people coming back where the screen's fallen out. In fact, I think it's happened twice. Well, it was just a faulty batch, but there you go, that's the screen in situ. All we've done is place the screen in there with the B7000 glue. We've put it into a vacuum sealed bag, closed the sealed bag and used a mechanical pump so we can manage how much is out. We do not want to put too much pressure on this screen here and cause damage to it. So now we'll leave that set for 12 hours. Okay guys, so now we've left this for 12 hours in the vacuum seal pack. We're going to release it. I don't know if you noticed, there will be a change in the video. I obviously knocked it while recording. The initial screen removal. But there we go. That is on, complete. There is no excess glue around the outside of this. So all we're going to do is give it a quick wipe just to make sure we do have no fingerprint. Marks on there. And this will be ready to go back to the customer. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop the notifications on, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.